Hey, welcome to Rust Revival Garage. My name is Tim. The Hot Rod Power Tour is coming up in 3 weeks and a couple of days. In fact, in 4 weeks, we will be in the middle of the Hot Rod Power Tour. So I figured I'd go over a few things in this video, and I guess we should just go ahead and jump right into it. All right, so the Power Tour is coming up, and it's starting on June 8th. That's day one. I'm going to be taking my 1985 C10 pickup. It's a Silverado that I've had for quite a long time now. It went on the very first Power Tour with me. I took my Le Mans, my 68 Pontiac, on last year's Power Tour, going back to the Chevy because it's a long trip. I mean, this one's going to be a lot longer than the previous two Power Tours for me. So I kind of wanted to go over the days. I've actually got all of my hotel package or hotel nights booked. I've got a package set up, went through Expedia. There are still rooms available. They are really, really expensive. I booked 6 nights and I think it's about $1,000. So yeah, day zero, that's the trip for me to get from roughly Columbus, Ohio to Joliet, Illinois. I call that day zero. That's the trip from my home to the starting point. So day zero is going to be Sunday, June 7th. And that'll be the trip from, like I said, Columbus to Joliet. That's going to be 5 hours and 39 minutes and about 351 miles, roughly, for me. And then I'm going to stay the night in Joliet, so Sunday night, and then I'm going to stay in the same hotel Monday night. So that way on Monday morning, I can go and just go into the Route 66 Raceway in Joliet and enjoy the first day without any trip to get there. So that's day zero. And then day one, we're in Joliet, like I said, the Route 66 Raceway Park. And then I'll be staying there, the same hotel room. And then I'll be leaving on day two, which is June 9th. We'll be going from, where is it? We're going from Joliet then to Ratoul, Illinois. And we're going to what's called the Village of Ratoul. And that trip is from day one to day two. That trip is 1 hour and 43 minutes. So that's going to be our day two. And day three is then from Ratoul, Illinois to, I think it's called Worldwide Technology Raceway, and that's just outside of St. Louis, Missouri. It's actually in Illinois still, but it's like within a stone's throw of like St. Louis. And that'll be day three, and that is June 10th. And I believe that there is racing there. There isn't at the Village of Ratoul. I know there is at the Route 66 Raceway. At least there was last year. And then from there, on day three, we're going to be going from St. Louis to Springfield. We're going to Missouri State University. That one will be sort of just like a parking lot day. No racing at that one. That trip from St. Louis to Springfield, 3 hours, 18 minutes, about 215 miles roughly. And then the final day, we're going to be going from Springfield, Missouri to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and that's to the Tulsa Raceway Park. That's going to be a pretty big trip, about 176 miles, and that one's roughly about 2 hours and 42 minutes away. So once again, for me, day zero to Joliet, 5 hours and 39 minutes, 351 miles. Day one then is from Joliet, where we go for day two to Ratoul, Illinois. That's 101 miles, an hour and 43 minutes. That's pretty much the easiest day. Day three, then we're going from Ratoul to St. Louis, 2 hours and 45 minutes, and that is about 187 miles. Then St. Louis, again to Springfield, Missouri, to Missouri State, 3 hours and 18 minutes, 215 miles. And that is the biggest leg of the trip as far as the days are concerned. And then finally, Springfield, Missouri to Tulsa, Oklahoma, 2 hours and 42 minutes, 176 miles. Now, something to keep in mind. The Power Tour has not released the official route. we are going to be going along Route 66. So those miles and those hours that I'm talking about, that's actually just, rough distance. If I Googled how far is it from St. Louis to Springfield, they would say, 240 whatever miles. There is going to be a map and a route that they're going to want everybody to go along that will be along Route 66. So it's actually going to be a lot longer than that. So you want to keep that in mind as you're going along. And I don't know, like they haven't released it. They usually give pretty good detailed directions. Turn here at this, turn right, go here, go there. And they're pretty good instructions. But they just haven't released those yet. The other thing they still haven't released yet is sort of like points of interest, things for you to stop and see along the way. That's kind of a cool thing too, because one of the great things about the Power Tour is you're seeing a lot of America you would normally never see. You're not necessarily going to be on the freeway just cruising straight along, and you're just going to be going along with a lot of other cars. Sometimes it can be 6, 8, 10,000 cars, and there's going to be some slow points. So keep that in mind too when you're on the Power Tour. You're going to be coming into little towns, and it's going to get backed up a little bit. So your cars can overheat. Keep in mind that your gas in mind, because you don't want to run out of gas in between towns. But the Power Tour is really fun, and the greatest part about it, a lot of the times, is being able to go through these small towns, seeing the people that are sitting out. Some people are out waving. Some people have their cars parked out front. Kids are out there. Sometimes people will throw them candy. They'll throw them Matchbox cars. And you don't have to do that. But it's kind of cool if you have a big giant bag of candy from a Sam's Club or Costco, toss out some candy to the kids, or get a big collection of the Hot Wheels cars, throw them out to the kids. They love that kind of thing too. But that's the really fun part. So yeah, the first day is the day zero for me, like I said, is all highway. That's me shooting straight from my hometown in Columbus to Joliet. Like I said, 5 hours, 39 minutes, stops along the way to eat and all of that kind of thing too. So what I was thinking is this is sort of for the people who might be east of us. Ohio Power Tours, or people in Pennsylvania, New York, West Virginia, whatever. If you are coming up and you're coming maybe through Columbus, kind of wanted to talk about my plan. What I'd like to be able to do is come up or leave home at about 8:15 and get to Springfield at 9 a.m. Eastern time. And hopefully if there's anybody else that's interested in going along with me on that day zero from basically Springfield to Joliet, that would be about 500 miles. Having other people that you could drive along with, people that you could, meet up and sort of, it's great to just not sort of be on your own. And as you're driving along, you will probably pass a few cars, and a few cars will probably pass you. But I figure sometimes it's kind of fun to have a train of cars. And I figured maybe we could all leave Springfield, Ohio at 9 a.m. on June 7th, Sunday. If you're going on Monday and that's going to be a part of your trip, that's cool. You guys can go ahead and make it there. Then once you get there, you're just not going to have as much time in Joliet, like at the actual car show, see the drag races, all of the activities that they've got there, unless you leave really early on Monday. And I kind of don't want to stress out. I kind of want to make this big long leg of the trip on a day off, on my day zero, just sort of make sure there are no problems. And if there are problems, then of course you've got, time to straighten it out. And so, again, I just kind of wanted to throw that out there, that if you are planning on having a day zero, if you are planning on going to Joliet on June 7th, on that Sunday, I will be starting off from Springfield and at 9 a.m. and heading west towards Joliet. So if you'd like to join me, let me know. Leave me a note in the comments. I figured 9 a.m., 5 hours puts us in Joliet around 2 p.m. And again, giving time to stop and giving time to, if there's problems, or helping each other out if anybody else is having a problem, gives you time to get there, and there's some breathing room. A lot of hotels, they don't have you check in until 4. So yeah, you could go super, super early and be there, and then you're in Joliet for several hours before you can even take your bags and get into the hotel room. So kind of wanted to throw that out there. If you guys have a better time suggestion for me than 9 a.m. and we have a consensus, let me know in the comments down below. Like I said, I'm hoping to get as many people. This isn't anything sponsored by me or anything like that. It's just I figured it'd be fun to travel with other people. Yeah, so let me know in the comments if 9 a.m. Springfield, Ohio works for you guys, or 10 a.m. for maybe people farther east that want to have time to get there. But leave me a note in the comment and let me know what your ideas are. But yeah, this should be a good time. Normally I've got buddies that I go with. My one buddy that lives in my neighborhood that I've gone on the first two power tours with, he's moving back to the Pacific Northwest. He can't do the power tour. He's also got a new baby and things are crazy for him. We also had a friend that we met up with in Indianapolis on the first power tour. They went on the rest of that first power tour in 2024 with us. And then he did the 2025 power tour with us too, him and his buddy. He can't go on the power tour. So I'm kind of by myself. That's kind of why I figured it'd be interesting to throw this out there to say, hey, if you guys are interested in following along with other people, I figured I'd throw that out there that I'm going to be going. And again, the more the merrier, as they always say. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, it's coming up fast. Hopefully your cars are getting ready. Hopefully you've got a plan B and a plan C if they're not. I still have some work to do on my 85 C10. I need to get the timing and air mixture right. I need to maybe possibly redo my intake gaskets because I think I've got an air leak that I'm working on. But like I said, I'm getting my house ready for graduation parties. I got my other daughter graduated. It's been crazy for me and I haven't been able to work on it. But now that things are starting to come together, getting some things done, I can turn around and focus more on the power tour. And yeah, I got still a lot of little projects that I need to do. But I kind of just wanted to throw this video out there because I'm interested to see if anybody wants to come along with me and do the power tour. I don't necessarily want to give out my hotel information, but I did, like I said, I did get my rooms booked. If anybody wants to message me, I guess I can, and you don't know where to stay, I guess I could let you know too. But I have found some decent rooms available. The most expensive, oh my gosh, the Ratul place was more, for one night, was more than 2 nights in Joliet. They were like, they saw us coming and they're taking advantage of it. But there, like I said, there are rooms out there. And if you can't find specifically hotel rooms and you have more than a couple people, you might even consider an Airbnb or a Vrbo. I did that on the very first power tour because it was me and my buddy and his dad. And we couldn't find the hotel rooms as easily because we waited way too long. And we found decent prices on Airbnbs, and it was all in great close locations, super nice places, super clean, good parking, all that. So start looking if you haven't already for your hotel rooms, and hopefully we can have a little fun with this. But I'm looking forward to it. It'll be my third power tour, and hopefully I see some of you guys out there. If I don't, keep an eye out for an 85 square body maroon with this big ugly face sitting behind the wheel. I'll be going around and shooting video at every stop in the Hot Rod Power Tour, and I usually release my Hot Rod Power Tour videos the night of, so you'll actually be able to see the show, or if you missed it, you'll be able to see the Power Tour shows that night. I usually have the videos out by 8 or 9 o'clock. So looking forward to it. I'm really excited about this. So if you're not going on the Power Tour, subscribe and you can follow along on our journey. If you are going and you'd like to meet up, let me know in the comments down below. Hopefully we can set up a good time to all meet up. And give me a like if you got anything out of this video. I'd appreciate it. But subscribe if you are going on the Power Tour too, so we can kind of see what's going on and you can see maybe your car in the footage that I'm shooting as we're on the way to our different locations each day. Thank you very much for tuning in. We will catch you hopefully on the road for the Power Tour.